Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Margaret again, and I'm glad you've joined me. This part of the Journey Home workshop, called Reverse Culture Shock When Reality Hits, focuses on some of the issues that students may face as they return home from a study abroad experience. During this part of the workshop, we're going to take a look at the stages of cultural adjustment with a close look at reverse culture shock. That's how we describe the culture shock that you may experience as a new you re-entering your home culture. Many students believe that their deep familiarity with their home culture means that they won't experience culture shock when they go back. They're often surprised and unprepared for the feelings they experience when they get home. And our purpose here is to help them prepare. Now, we know that as someone who has been successfully living and working and studying in another culture, you've already had experience with culture shock, and you've already successfully journeyed through the stages of cultural adjustment. We'd like you to be able to take that success and apply it to the reverse culture shock that you may experience on your journey home. Let's begin with a reflection activity. Here are some quotes from students who have returned home already. They agreed to share their thoughts with us in order to help future generations of students on their journeys home. We'd like you to read these quotes, reflect on the situations and feelings that they describe, and place yourself in their context if possible. Can you identify with or relate to the speaker? Could this happen to you when you return home? Our first quote is from a student from Colombia who says, "My problem is that I'm 23 years old and I've already had the experience of a lifetime." Can you identify with or relate to this speaker? Could this happen to you when you return home? Our next quote is from a student from Turkey who says, "There are lots of things that changed. In some places, I left all the people who knew me, but now I look like a foreigner to them. It's taking some time to break the ice." Can you identify with or relate to this speaker? Could this happen to you when you return home? Our next quote is from a student from the United States who says, "Even though I'd lived in the same metropolitan area and country before, this was like moving into a new world, and I had to start from scratch. I never realized that in returning home, I would not be instantly home." Can you identify with or relate to this speaker? Could this happen to you when you return home? Our final quote is from a student from England who says, "Upon our return, no one willingly listens to our travelers' tales. 'How was your trip?' they say. 'Marvelous,' we say. Then as soon as politeness permits, conversation is switched back to local news, the current political outrage, who's read what, last night's television. People will talk about the weather rather than hear reports on our travels." Can you identify with or relate to the speaker? Could this happen to you when you return home? Take some time now to reflect on these quotes. You can also look at pages 5 and 6 of the accompanying re-entry booklet for other quotes from other students. Thank you.